And the New York Yankees. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
A.J. Pollock is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Called strike 0-2.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And he fouls this one off. Slider strike 3 called as the leadoff man is set down looking to open up the ball game. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I know these guys love what Justin Turner brings to their offense. Go look at the numbers. He hit over .310 last year and was consistent most of the year. I'm looking forward to him having another solid campaign.
The 1-0. And we could be in for a cold one tonight. 52 degrees at game time, but should see the 40s before we're through. And that is down as that could be 2 bases. Now this will rattle up against the wall, and he'll pull into second with 1 away.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. So we're under in scoring position with 2 men gone, and that brings in the former National League Rookie of the Year, Cody Bellinger. And that misses inside, 1-0. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Gardner is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's Brett Gardner now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Yankees.
And now a pitch on the way.
Brett Gardner.
A shot to second base and handled for the first out. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. I was talking about him earlier with some people. I kept telling them he's got some really good speed. If you watch him in this game, he's the type of guy, he's not going to shock you with his speed, but he can make an impact with his legs. We'll see if he gets that chance.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now the payoff pitch home. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first. Now to the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Count even at 2-2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
3-2 pitch. And he misses again. Ball four. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Batting fourth.
Runners on the move for second. And a step off. And they got him at second base on a good, smart play that time. A tag, and he is out at second base. And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. Here comes the first pitch.
Max Muncy.
And a first pitch slider is right there for strike one. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
A windup and the 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Line drive to left. And Freese will reach safely. It's a base hit.
Batting seventh.
Next for the Dodgers, Chris Taylor. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. No balls and a strike to count. No score here as we play inning number 2. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Batting eighth.
Now at the plate, Jock Peterson. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Dodgers leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Stepping in, Gary Sanchez. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Gary.
Now the pitch. First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. And it's 1-1. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Buehler has found success in his career at limiting base hits. He usually turns in outings where his hits per 9 numbers are really respectable, and obviously that goes a long way as a starting pitcher.
Matty V, there's a couple of things that really hurt you when you're a starting pitcher. Walks and giving up many base hits per 9 innings. This guy keeps the ball in play, doesn't give up a lot of hits, doesn't walk very many batters, and when you do that, it's a good recipe for success, and it's worked for him so far in his career.
The 3-1, and he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out. Coming to the plate now, Luke Voigt, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Not too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Sanchez over at second. Andujar at first with no outs. 1-1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Working for the punch out and the offering. Line to the right side, but foul. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's take a look at A.J. Pollock. This guy is dynamic from both sides of the baseball. Steals bags, hits for power, but his signature is on defense. His ability to run balls down in the gap and play an unbelievable center field.
A ball and a strike now to Bird.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Now at the plate, Troy Tulowitzki.
The shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A ball and no strikes. 2 men are on with 2 men out. A ball and a strike. The count to Tulo now. One and one. Here it is. And that's a base hit into center field. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Check swing as he pops this one onto the right side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 0-1 offering. Check swing grounder to the right side. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. Oh, 2. Here it is. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Yankees leave him loaded. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Digging in, Austin Barnes, and he'll start out their half of the 3rd, top of the order to follow.
Austin.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The slider bends into the middle of the strike zone, taken for a strike. Hot shot to 3rd and handled for the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder, A.J.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And up next, the center fielder, A.J. Pollock. Grounded back up the middle. Tulowitzki is up with it. On to first, and the throw goes right by him.
You know, Dero, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're constantly trying to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1 left for L.A. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Ready for another chance? Brett Gardner as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The center fielder, Brett.
First offering on its way. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
And the knuckle curve freezes him as he becomes out number 1. 1 out here in the Yankees 3rd inning. Bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with 1 away.
Now hey, there's a bullet off the wall. The outfielder does a really good job of getting that one in quickly, but I think they had a play there at second base.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, Dan. I got to believe you're busting it out of the box thinking 2 until somebody tells you no. I know it would have been a close play, but I think you got to err on the aggressive side right there.
Giancarlo Stanton now. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Shoots this one over to first. To second for 1. On to first. And for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play. And with this one, the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Here's the first pitch to him. Called strike at the letters, 0-1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Gardner is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting.
So striding forward now, Max Muncy comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, 0-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ripped down the first base line. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's David Freese to stand in. Fouled off. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends. So stepping in, Gary Sanchez. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Gary Sanchez.
Check swing, and that is off the first base bag, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
First delivery to him on the way. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. The 1-0. Heading out towards shallow right. Bellinger's on his horse. He can't get there as it falls in. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
In now, Luke Voigt, as he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Hello. 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 Could you hear me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look,
The 0-1 pitch. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
When I see guys check swinging, they're not seeing the baseball. They're not picking it up. You got to take a step back. The only thing you tell yourself in this situation is do not move your head.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. There's 1 on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
The first baseman,
Digging in now, Greg Bird. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
I never found myself on the mound in the big leagues, but it must be nice to be able to go to that good hard fastball when you're in a jam.
The 0-1. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. The second for 1. Throw to Muncy to finish the double play. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Thank you, Heidi. Judge is under it. 1 away. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And in steps a former World Series hero, the outfielder Jock Peterson. And he's way off balance with the swing there. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitchers, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
The center fielder, number 11.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, A.J. Pollard. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Hello. Oh, I know what to do.
Here's the first pitch to him. Splitter swung on and missed. 0-1.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
The 0-2 once more. Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. Oh, what a stop. A great stab, but this will be scored a base hit as the hitter reaches first without a play.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready with the 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit.
Oh my
Run comes across
God.
to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that RBI base hit right there.
Yeah, I'm
nice
getting blood
breakthrough.
on
Yeah,
it.
it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point. They've been executing on the bump without question, but that RBI knock right there might set the tone for the later innings.
Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2. Pollock at second. Seager at first. 2 out in the inning. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Only 1 in the inning here. And welcome back to Pittsburgh as we check in on the field with Heidi.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble
It's my
will
time,
continue
Liz.
to result in good things for them on the
Leading off
scoreboard.
for the Yankees.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The shortstop.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Oh
And here's a
yeah.
fastball taken too low, and he works the count to 3-1.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
3-2, full count. Now the payoff pitch home. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has his shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Brett Gardner.
Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Yeah, he's gotten the outs when he's needed them. It seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
Aaron does for sure. Watch. One base right here. Watch. Watch.
Here's big Aaron Judge. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Check swing and a pop-up out toward the mound. Mueller is there, and the side ready for another shot now. Cody Bellinger. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Hot shot down the line. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a 2-bagger.
0-1 the count. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Gardner is right there, 1 down.
no more.
Now,
We're not scoring no more.
1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Oh,
Upper
yeah.
part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this is going to get foul. Struck him out.
Yeah.
It becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Give me Leprechaun. Give me Leprechaun. Give me Leprechaun.
So 2 gone now for the Dodgers in the 6th. And in to hit next, it'll be the ever versatile Chris Taylor. No balls and 1 strike. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1 and 2.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing?
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do. Leading off the inning, Giancarlo Stanton, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit sharply on the ground.
Yep.
And Stanton's aboard. It's a base hit.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off-speed.
Return throw is in time, and what do you know? They do get the double play. Into the box, Miguel Andujar. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Now a check swing, appeal to first, and the umpire Jerry Hillsdale says he went around for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is
Only
back
years
here in
softball games take that
Pittsburgh.
quick
The
to
men
get a
in
strike
blue
now.
leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Here's Jock Peterson now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Nat. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And here's one that's taken for a ball. It's now 2-1 to the Dodger left fielder.
Oh, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
It wasn't even your fault.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys.
Bottom
so
right.
We'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And there's a base hit on the line. Oh, and he misses it.
That was not Aaron Judge.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he's trying to run that ball up and in to try to tie him up, but it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, in today's game, everybody's fighting so hard to keep their hands inside the baseball that I think a non-executed pitch on the inner half, Dan, is exactly what the batter's looking for. Something he can keep his hands inside and just fist to the opposite field.
And he's safe. So digging in now, A.J. Pollard. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Down the third baseline. 1-1 to the Dodgers leadoff man. 1 run, 8 hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far. He'll try again, 1-2, and he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. One gone now in the LA 7th. And up next, the former All-Star shortstop, Corey Seager. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. That evens it up 1-1.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Gardner calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. Digging in, Justin Turner.
Look at this left
in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts. And even though he's had some success against this guy,
his ball's down, and that could bring in a run. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with two gone. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is, the pitch. Looked to be a sinker there, up in the zone a bit, but called the strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 1-2, here it is. Again, he sends it out of play. Peterson, the runner at third. Barnes on second. Turner on first with two down. And he's got another one.
We're good. We have a chance. We have a chance.
So striding in, Luke Voigt. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And no swing, apparently. Ball one. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball two.
Oh.
Oh, tried to hold back if this is hit back toward the mound. And a good throw gets him one gone. One gone here in the Yankee 7th. And up next will be the left-handed power bat of Greg Bird. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike two, says the third base umpire.
Yeah.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. No runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Settling in now, Troy Tulowitzki. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Tulowitzki.
Really could have got that
fastball,
run.
and he's well behind it with the swing.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far so good.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line to the right side. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
First pitch on its way. Running is Tulowitzki. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. Comes set and the 0-1. He's on the move again from first. Behind 0-2 now. time for second. Oh, it takes a nasty hop, and he's unable to haul it in.
Okay,
and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, there's another base hit making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good, and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody has got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
Give me one more base and then Aaron Judge will end it off.
Popped up. Turner in foul ground, and no one will get this one. Popped up.
Oh my God.
And the Yankee threat goes by the ball.
Okay. You have a chance.
Digging in to try it again. Max Muncy. It was
no
a
runs
flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, Hero, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. Now, 2 different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? 2 different ways. The power guy was on top of his game. Not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Judge is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So coming to the plate, Jock Peterson. He singled his last time up. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
And another foul ball.
Leads
off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he's going to add 14 punch-outs now.
All right, for right here.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Very high, 2-1.
So smart, look.
Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
All right, perfect. Please, no.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. 3-2 pitch. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. And as Yankees fans here on television quickly see. A solo shot here to left, and we are tied.
Please tell me you can put it up. Oh my God. Oh my God. I knew it was coming too. Oh,
we're all tied up, and it's anybody's ball game after that blast. We live in that "what have you done for me lately" world, so that gem he was pitching doesn't mean anything anymore.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight.
Now pitching.
Won't get a decision in this one, but except for a few mistakes, he pitched pretty well here this evening. Standing in now, Giancarlo Stanton. Swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Check swing grounder to the right side. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Gary.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. And that's by him. It's 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And now this will get over the wall and down the line out there for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. He'll try to do more than he can, hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Takes this the other way to right. Bellinger is right there as he takes it for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Luke.
So a runner at second, 2 down now. And up next, the power bat of Luke Voigt. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Oh, he tried to hold up there, but here's a check swing grounder to the right side. Muncy will win the race to first easily, and that ends the inning. But that'll bring in Austin Barnes.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
All right, strike everyone out.
Barnes.
Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is there, and he has it for the out.
The center fielder, number 11.
Standing in, A.J. Pollock. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Bounce towards the second baseman. Torres brings it in, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The batter, number 5.
Ready now, Corey Seager. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Judge is under it. Oh, don't know what happened there, but he missed it. And he'll get in there safely.
Well, sometimes you just have to shake your head on plays like this. Looked like he was there in plenty of time, had a beat on it, but he must have just lost concentration for a split second, and the ball falls.
I should have
made that play, though.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down.
He's not seeing this coming early.
Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw on to first, and it won't come back to haunt him. Into the box now, Greg Bird. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. Again, a 1-2. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Into the box now, Troy Tulowitzki. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Check swing called strike, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble.
Go.
This will kick up against the wall now. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
A nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
Your attention, please.
Aaron Judge. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
The 0-1 started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. Takes this the other way to right. And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position. He hit the corner and tries for third. And it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
To me, that was just way...
No, I
Aaron
actually...
Judge. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Seared down the first baseline. This gets foul.
No, I really could. What I do?
The 0-1. Runners off for second. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And the runner will get back standing.
Come on. Oh my god. I just want to home.
Ready with another 2-strike offering.
1 ball.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. Started to go.
Yes.
Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out them. Now at the plate, Aaron Judge. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
This has to be a productive effort here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over to third.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Just don't understand the game plan right here. Walking up to home plate, you had to think you could potentially be pitched around. But now you find yourself down 0-2, and it's a battle.
Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. A possible winning run on second. No one out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Striding into the box, Chris Taylor trying to put it all behind him and break through right here. He's a paltry 0 for 6 thus far. First pitch of the inning is taken low. Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Pedro Baez